Here we are looking at the TRTC chart. This is the daily. Before we even get to the technical chart, though, I do want to point out that the company put out a press release today that talked about a research report that was put out by Goldman here. So if you go to Yahoo or Google Finance or whatever, I'd encourage you to check out and pull up this research or this press release that will tell you how to get to the research report. And the research report does a good job of breaking down the company. So I did want to quickly point that out. So looking at the chart here, it's relatively new in terms of trading history, but it does have enough where we can make sense of things and hopefully get a good idea of what we want to see happen. So I'm sure the first thing that's caught your eye that has caught mine is down here, this big volume bar. So that press release did come out during the day, so apparently people liked what they saw, given the nice volume, and then you can see here green day. So just the type of day that you'd want to see when you get that sort of news out. The worst thing would obviously be to get a research report and then have massive volume, but then have some nasty red day. Wasn't the case here, so that's always a good sign that things were taken bullishly by the market. So the first thing that I want to point out here is basically this level right here, and this level is at 45. Sorry about that, I was looking at something, but 45 cents, and this is really kind of the big pivot point in the chart, meaning a break of this essentially sends it into a miniature blue sky breakout, if not more, because if we look at things with a break of 45, the next area of resistance is not up until this previous high up here, which was from this high back on August 22nd, and that high is at 62 cents. So from 45 up to 62 cents, that's a nice little space and gap there between these two resistance levels. And then when you start to add up percentages, you can see that that would be a nice little healthy move there. And then after that, you can see here that basically the chart goes into sure, you have this high back at 85 cents. So if you want to use that, that would be fine. But if you don't, it's just basically blue skies completely after that. Obviously, one step at a time. First, got to get through this 45 cent. But like I wanted to point out here, with a continued follow through on this volume today and price action with a break of 45, you're not looking at too many roadblocks here in the future. And then we also just simply look at the overall trend, and you can see we have the ability to draw this uptrend line. So I'll get this changed to green real quick, and we'll talk about that here in a second. But back here on this kind of crazy day on August 27th, you can see the price dropped all the way down as low as 21, but then made a great comeback and bounced up here. But since then has never seen that low again. The lowest it's gone after that was here, but then you can see when it got a little further on into the future, the lowest it went was 32 cents and 33 cents. So obviously, since this low is higher than this low, we have the ability to draw this uptrend line, and that's the name of the game. We want to see and spot uptrends, and that's what we have right now with TRTC over the past couple months here, as it's sloping upwards. And with that, you can also see that this little pattern here is starting to run out of room. So hopefully, it's the coiled spring here is getting ready to make the upwards move. But going back to the beginning of the video, given the nice bullish volume here and the green day, it's one of those where, and you combine that with the fact that it's an uptrend, I would not be surprised at all to see 45 not only get tested again, but hopefully fall again. Because you can see it got tested here, got tested again. So every time it gets tested, it gets weaker and weaker. And one of these times, it's the bulls are finally going to be able to push through, and then that's what's going to set off a lot of people's trading scanners and so forth, and hopefully bring that many more people onto the stock and start to notice the chart and the setup that's taking place. So overall, though, great looking setup here, nice volume, good news out today. It was a good sign that it was taken bullishly. So it'll be interesting to see how the rest of this week plays out. If there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, once again, this was TRTC. Make sure you go to Yahoo Finance or Google Finance or something and pull up that press release so you can check out the research report. Thanks for listening.